let me get this straight. You mean to tell me Mohammed Hijab went from calling me desecrated to getting desecrated by you just a couple weeks later, right?
It's God. It's God. It's God. It's God.
Yeah, guys. I know it's been a lot of hype, a lot of things going on. We just had a Dawa destruction and it is going viral. It's all over the place and it couldn't be any better timing, could it?
I think that it was divine timing.
Now,
God is good.
He good. God won't he do it? God will do it. So, but why do you say that it's divine timing? Like what makes the timing of Mohammed Hijab's humiliation kind of seem like it's orchestrated by the Lord himself?
Well, it's funny. I'm going to break down the timeline a little bit. Because you were supposed to debate Mohammed Hijab before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he called us out before. Mm-hmm. On Tuesday, show up at this particular time. But I didn't have enough subscribers actually at the time.
Right. It never happened. Mm-hmm. Okay, so fast forward April 2026. Mm-hmm. Him and Libiano drop a video. GodLogic's wife's a whore. Mohammed Hijab even says, I've been desecrated. Then just a couple of weeks later, he gets desecrated by you.
He gets stumped on. Intellectually molested.
For 2 hours straight. Yeah. That was incredible.
Yep. And that's how we respond. We could have had the personal insults back. We could have dropped a video, talking about him being bankrupt and losing his lawsuits and the hotel dramas and the different wives.
And a lot of people wondered, because some people don't know how you move.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were like, man, GodLogic didn't really respond to that. If somebody disrespected my wife like that, I would do this, or that. Some were like, oh yeah, why doesn't he rip the Quran? Why doesn't he do this or do that? People don't know the way you move is very calculated.
Yep.
You are going to wait for the right opportunity to do something your way.
Yep.
You have your own way of dealing with these things. Mm-hmm. And that's by cooking dudes.
Yep. Embarrassing you on your own platform. Now, I'm not going to go after you personally. I'm going to go after your prophet. You're going to lie about my wife. I'm going to tell the truth about your prophet. And that's how we respond. So we did an entire episode reading the best stories about Muhammad and Aisha and having her scrape the semen off his clothes and, the stained walls and all the kinds of stuff, very good stories.
The craziest thing to me was, I think there was a part of their video where they were like, oh, she had a boyfriend before. She's been desecrated. Not knowing that they were insulting the wives of Muhammad, because
they all had boyfriends or
they had husbands before. In fact, the only one who didn't have one before was Aisha.
Yeah, but she had somebody in line for her already before Muhammad. So yeah, that little girl, she was getting some action. Now, on top of this though, can we make the video? Goodness. Anyway, so what happens is that we hop on Mohammed Hijab's stream, absolutely decimate him. But it seems like the Muslims have been trying to come at you, defame you, slander you in order to get to me, in order to get a reaction.
It's funny because usually how it's happened in the past is that they'll come for me after you bury them. Oh. Like after you cook them and get them takfired and get them slandered and hated on, that's usually when they'll come for me.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. Yeah. I don't even pay it any mind at this point. Because I know what it comes from. It comes from the pain of having been in the pot.
Yes.
However, this time it happened in the reverse. So first Mohammed Hijab came for me, and then you hopped on his panel and cooked him for 2 hours straight.
Yep. And that was the best stew I've ever made. You guys can go ahead and make sure you guys watch that if you haven't watched that yet. GodLogic versus Mohammed Hijab, absolute humiliation. He pumped up his chest, talked about his degrees, but unfortunately for Mohammed Hijab, none of his degrees prepared him for me.
No, they didn't. Now tell me, no. First I want to talk about when you first came up, because a lot of people would not have been able to do what you did. And I see a lot of comments saying that, like, especially after how he was talking about me, for you to come on the panel, you were composed, you were cool, you were chopping it up, you were laughing, you came in very humble.
Yeah.
You came in like a dove
Gentle like a dove, but
Gentle
as
like a
wise
dove.
as a serpent.
That's right. So tell me, how was that for you? Was that tough?
No, that is not close to tough.
Because that's you. People don't know. This is you all day, every day, unbothered.
Yeah, like genuinely, it's not one of those things where you act like you don't care or whatever. People like Hijab, the arrogant, prideful, puffy head morons. Those are the ones that get me excited the most.
Yep.
Because the more they're puffed up, the more they showcase their pride and showboat, the greater their humiliation is going to be. And I'm just excited about that moment when that happens.
Yeah.
And so, and how
It's
many
inevitable.
people, it's inevitable. And how many people are going to see that, and the people, how it's going to affect the audience and the aftermath of that within their own. Because like you say, after I talk to them and cook them, the aftermath, Muslims start fearing them, calling them stupid, calling them out. Jake the Muslim metaphysician calling out Libiano and all this infighting.
Jake, what's up with the tweets, man, at Libiano? Like, when you say he got baked about what exactly?
He got baked in his conversation with GodLogic when they were talking about essential hypostatic properties.
This is what happens after
Yes.
they face me. So,
Usually, that's what happens. They get bullied, and then they try to bully me. Never works out very well for them.
So he tried to bully you, and therefore I had to go and bully him.
That's right.
On his own platform. I usually have the big picture in mind. Like I want to stay here as long as I can. I'm on their panel. It's an away game. I'm on their panel, and so I want to stay as much as I don't want them to give. I don't want to give them any reason to kick me.
Yeah.
I want to keep you as long as I can to showcase how stupid, how arrogant you are, and how empty you are.
I understand it because I like to cook. So it's kind of like any dish
do
that
like
you're
to cook.
making, you turn on the oven or you turn on the stove. You're not going to put it all the way on high instantly. You're going to let the heat
You're gonna
build.
slow
You're going to
cook.
simmer. You're going to let the flavor build. You're going to let all the spices and everything come together.
Mashallah.
And you, babe, are a master chef.
Man, praise God. No, for real. That's what we do, man. All of this is stemming from what we have done to them in this ministry. We're destroying them. They can't debate us. They can't beat us. And so they try to attack us, try to intimidate us.
There's been a lot of that going on.
Yeah, there has been.
Balboa
Park, when that boy tried to, get up close to
Bump
you,
me in,
bump
yeah.
you.
Body, understanding, physical maturity.
Don't cover them out. Don't cover. Hey, brother, just really quick, Michelle. Look, I'm gonna need you to step away from my wife, please. No. Out of respect, step away from my wife. No, she's asking. Okay, brother, I don't want to get physical.
Hand him the camera and
Issue a
everything.
restraining order after that, after bumping into you and stuff, like getting checked.
Yeah.
This is how weird Dawa is. They can't debate us. They can't beat us. And so they try to dox us, intimidate us, slander and lie about us, spread rumors.
Literally nothing but lies. That's the funny part, because when he made that video, I think even most of the Muslims in the audience knew he was lying.
Yeah.
The ones that know him, like the ones on TikTok and that crew, they know he's lying.
Yeah.
Everybody knows he's lying. But it was
The
funny.
Muslims called him out in the audience.
I saw that.
In his comment section, they called him out and was saying, "You shouldn't do this. Do you have no proof?" And yada
You
yada
saw
yada.
what he did after that, right?
What did he do?
So he was getting backlash from Muslims, and so he makes some caption saying, "Before you start feeling sorry for this Jezebel, just know she blasphemed our mother Aisha." Something I've never done. First of all,
No way.
I feel sorry for Aisha. I would never say anything mean about her. She was a young victim.
Justice for Aisha.
That's all I'll ever say. Justice for Aisha. I would have nothing negative to say about the girl.
The Shia would. though.
Yeah.
That ain't our business.
Hey, that's not my battle to fight. But he had to lie and say he had a good reason for doing what he did, when his real reason is just that he desperately wants your attention.
Yep. Unfortunately.
It was sad because even after you baked Hijab for 2 hours, he came running up.
Come up and beg for more attention. That
I would feel embarrassed.
That boy is the biggest pick-me-sha I've ever
You got to play a little hard to get. It was sad, but also it was a bad look because I think when he jumped up, he was trying to accuse Nick of helping you, which I know isn't true because I was there. And it's funny because he was hopping up to help Mohammed Hijab.
It's hypocritical. Let's say I was receiving help. Let's say I was receiving help. People sending me sources or whatever. Let's say I'm receiving help. Is that a bad thing?
It wouldn't be a bad thing.
But they said it would be a bad thing.
I don't know. I think you were doing so well that they had to accuse you of getting help because they underestimated.
But I'm just like, let's think about their mindset. They're saying that that's a bad thing, right?
While Mohammed Hijab is doing it the entire video.
Literally getting phone handed to him.
Right.
He can't read, doesn't know the hadith, has to have the hadith handed to him. Doesn't know the sources with all those books behind him, has to have the source passed to him. He didn't know the hadith. I had to help him how to finish the hadith because he didn't know the hadith.
Now that is correct. Let's talk about that moment right quick. Hold on, because that was one of my favorite moments. Yeah. So that was Sahih Bukhari 7362, right?
Yep.
Okay. You know that one by heart.
Yes.
He did not know it. And when he wouldn't finish it, tell me, what were you thinking in that moment? Because I was watching it and I was screaming like I was watching Steph Curry.
This is one of those things where the person you're debating makes things worse for themselves.
Mm-hmm. You warned him.
Yes. I said,
don't make me embarrass you.
Don't make me embarrass you. Please don't do this.
I was feeling secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah, this was tough. But that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I'm trying to help you, man. I feel this way with all of them. But at the same time, I'm going to humiliate you if you keep this up. It's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be a clip.
Yes. So in real time, I'm seeing how bad this is getting. And how since he's refusing to finish the hadith, now there's two things. Either he's not finishing the hadith because he's ignorant and doesn't know it with 6 degrees, or he's lying. He knows it, and he knows that it backfires against him, was hoping I didn't know about it, and therefore is desperately trying not to finish it. Because it backfires when Muhammad says, say to the people of the book, we believe in what was revealed to us and what was revealed to you. So they can't believe in parts. They can't be agnostic. You got to believe in the Bible, just like you got to believe in the Quran.
I'm leaning towards the opinion that he didn't know it. He saw that part, got excited, and was very, very hyped because he thought he had a gotcha, and he hadn't read the rest yet. And then as soon as he read the rest, he was like, oh my gosh. And so he tried to do anything he could.
Anything he could, yep.
But him not finishing it made him look worse because the Muslims were like, why won't he finish it? I know some of them were thinking that.
Yeah. And now here's the thing for our Muslim listeners and for future people who who might be a future interlocker or something. Listen, the best move in a conversation, in a dialogue, is to be honest. That's the best move. Be honest and be humble. Because if you're not, you're going to end up like Mohammed Hijab. You're going to end up like Flippiano. You're going to end up like Hamza's Den. You're going to end up like Mansour. You're going to end up like every last one of them. Jake, the Muslim metaphysician.
Ali Dawah.
You're going to look like all of the infinity stones that I've collected so far in this journey. So, stay humble and stay honest.
Speaking of being humble, you came in very humble. By the end, you were in full flow state. Yeah. You were in your zone. You were in your mode. You had on your chef hat. You had on everything. How did it feel when you got to that moment? Did you know, like, okay, I bodied this?
Yeah, it was a wrap. Because it was already bad when it started. 1094, he was fumbling on that, didn't know where to go. So at this point, it was Muhammad got him on that, and then it was the Furqan thing.
Yes. Oh.
And so once that got heated up, I was like, okay, yeah.
But you know why it wasn't over right there?
What?
Because after that, he had to keep going with you
to
get a moment. That's why he wanted to flip over to Christianity. And I honestly think if he hadn't done that, he might have been all right.
I don't know.
But Liven's Law?
Yeah.
Oh, that was tough to watch.
Yeah, he didn't know about
Only you could almost make me feel bad for Mohammed Hijab after what he was saying about me. But I almost felt bad for the dude. I'm being so sincere. The secondhand embarrassment was painful.
He's deleting comments. They were deleting comments on his stream, on his video that he posted.
Did he not even? I think he turned the comment section off.
Let me hold on. Let's actually share what some of the Muslim comments were saying on his video, on his stream. Mohammed Faz, who says, as a Muslim, I have to admit that Hijab didn't deal with his argument. I kind of felt like he was ignoring all the questions. There's an honest Muslim. And because he's an honest Muslim, he's assumed to be ex-Muslim, most likely.
I feel it. We praying for you.
Praying for you, man. Let's keep going to see what other honest Muslims we can get. Dylan, who says, 6 degrees? Bro, you wasted your time because what the F did I watch? Disappointed in you as a fellow Muslim.
Ouch. So he's saying all them degrees for nothing?
All them degrees for nothing. Your manners suck, your temperament sucks, and your argumentation sucks.
I'm not gonna lie, he scared me a bit. Me and Grandma were watching, and when he started doing all that yelling and screaming, we saw that demon. That was very scary. That was a tense moment.
That man's whole face and
it changed.
Deformed and he manifested fully. Here's another comment. A neutral party says, I am a neutral person investigating Islam. My opinion is hijab lost this debate. Please set up another debate with GodLogic and prepare better.
Oh, is that the last comment? Because I have a question for you.
It's not the last one. We got a couple go.
Okay, let's hear those, and then I have a question for you.
Okay, here's another one. I'm a Muslim, and unfortunately, despite Mohammed Hijab's best attempt, he wasn't able to refute GodLogic. No Muslim on earth will be able to destroy this so-called dilemma argument until they know exactly what Al-Kitab is. See, the Muslims are coming out.
Well, if you know, please do come up Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays.
Watch this. You destroyed yourself, Mohammed Hijab. After telling the truth, your rudeness outweighed the truth you were talking about. 6 degrees and no manners? Wow. What's the point? So notice this. Now, this is a Muslim who's going to hold on to, he believes that Mohammed Hijab did tell the truth, like in regards to the religion. He agrees with what Mohammed Hijab says. However, the pridefulness, the arrogance, the interruptions, the belligerence, the immaturity, he's saying that destroyed the truth. It's a smokescreen to the truth that you were actually telling. So you defeated yourself. GodLogic didn't have to do it. Even if you are right, and though you are right, you destroyed yourself.
Hey, my Bible says pride goeth before a fall. And fall did he.
Here's another one. I'm on Islam's side, but please, Hijab, what are you doing? You just keep on talk, bruh. So notice, even the Muslims are calling out for interrupting, going on monologues, not engaging with the arguments. They're able to see this. This is the 1%.
You tried to help him. You told him that exposes the weakness of his position when he can't let you speak because he's too afraid. And then he can't answer. You tried to help him.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't understand that everyone can see it.
Yep. Here's another one. I like this one. You ready?
Yes.
Brother Hijab is better than this. I am disappointed.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
They got a lot of love for their brother, man. They feeling for their brother. Here's another one. I'm really sad that Hijab didn't win properly in the Islamic question. So the part that you're supposed to win at, Hijab, the part that you're supposed to be a scholar in, you know the Arabic, you got your 6 degrees, you've studied this, you've debated the top scholars in Christianity and all kinds of stuff, and yet you failed in the Islamic portion of our discussion. Your Muslim brothers are upset. They're disappointed.
Can't make this up, man.
Embarrassed. You lost to a Christian on an Islamic topic.
So we read those comments. You absolutely cooked him. I think that there's no question. Anybody who's honest knows that you walked him down. Would you ever take a formal debate with him?
Probably not.
You don't think there's a point?
No. Here's the difference with Mohammed Hijab. One, Mohammed Hijab, I've never had a discussion with him before. And he's been on my hit list.
Yes.
Right? He's been on my hit list. I never had a discussion with him before. Wanted to destroy him, embarrass him, humiliate him, especially for what he was saying about you. The difference is that I'm going on there before and then not talking to Libiano. I've already destroyed Libiano twice.
Yeah.
Gave him another opportunity to have a third discussion on my platform. Like he said he would. Never came. Played games again when we decided to co-host. I gave him what he wanted. Okay, sure. Come, let's co-host on my channel, whatever. We can co-host. Never did it. Never showed up. Stalling. Said we can do it right now. So playing games.
Yeah.
We don't play games. You're X'd off now.
Yeah.
And then you go on to dox us. You dox us and then you slander my wife.
Yeah.
You're done. You will never get my attention again. With Mohammed Hijab, he's in the same boat now. Because before I never spoke to him. He didn't dox us. Nothing like that. Now, he did slander you, which was prompted, I'm about to go destroy this dude.
Absolutely.
About to go destroy this dude. But then, when I left, he continued to do it again. He didn't say nothing about you when I was on the platform, because he knew I would tell the truth about his prophet. Once I left, he then started calling me a prostitute and doing, oh yeah, we pass him around and talking about you.
Why
and
are all
you.
why do they get so gay with the...
Because they're prophets. Because the prophet.
Because that's
why. Because that's why.
You know, it's funny because
I wouldn't give him another time of day either.
Yeah.
He's done.
I think that makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. You know, it's funny because we could have sued Mohammed Hijab for defamation, but I think he's been through enough when it comes to that kind of thing. I don't even know if he has the money. So what you did to him was so much better. Thank you, babe.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
You are a wonderful, amazing husband. I couldn't
shucks.
have asked for a better defense. I mean, you absolutely desecrated him on his own platform, and everybody knows it. So,
what's the only thing we do, man?
Man, we just read, babe. We just read.
We just read.
They wanna know how we know. Bro never should've wrote what he wrote. Aki, we just read. Dropping quote after quote. Now they steady tryna cope with no hope. Aki, we just read. How do y'all be knowing so much? We got scholars, but nobody shows us. Why you even reading all that? If you ain't in believing all that, just read.